Justice League issue 37 sees the Hall of Doom confront the Hall of Justice as Lex Luthor tells the heroes to give up since they can't possibly win against his endless army and the mother of all creation. The Justice Leagues from across 800,000 years gather together and charge Luthor's Doom army. The core Justice League, along with the Starman, meanwhile try and create a Justice Totality to break through to their forces outside. The problem being is that this is a job for beings connected to the Totality, that being Hawkgirl and the three Monitor brothers, and the Starman Will Payton. But since they aren't there, it is a long shot. Superman says that they need to try now, and once the Totality is whole, they each need to connect to a positive force and channel them to destroy the symbol of doom in the sky. Holding hands and forming a circle, the League begin to focus on the Totality, bringing it together as the symbol of doom in the sky begins to fade. The League are all blasted back, however, as the Totality pulls itself apart. Miss Martian says that the symbol is back to full power in the sky, as Superman says that they need Shane and Kendra, but Starman says that wherever they are lost to them. Hawkgirl meanwhile defends her son from Mobius, who wants her wings, as without them, Kendra won't be a threat to Perpetua anymore. He tells Shane to cut his mother's wings off and he will be spared, but Kendra says that Mobius wants the wings for himself. Before Mobius can continue his attack, John Stewart, driving Flash's Speed Force car, smashes into him so hard it splits the three brothers, reverting them back to their original forms. Mobius wants to absorb them all again, but John confronts him in a tank construct, keeping him at bay. Kendra wants them to leave without her, but John says that no one is being left behind. He tells Shane that they need to get her to the Totality on Earth since the connection she has will help heal her wounds. The only problem is that they don't have a way home thanks to the Speed Force car being destroyed. The World Forger says that he could help them, but he's been drained of all his power by his traitorous brother, but he will use what he has left to kill Mobius. The villain calls for his mother's help as Perpetua descends on Earth 44, where Dr. Will Tornado tells the god he doesn't want to side with Doom. Tornado tells her to get on with it, but Perpetua hears her son in danger, so she grabs the Earth, hurling it towards her son. Shane feels the people on the Earth die, and Monitor knows the planet is racing towards them. Forger, however, says that he can't strike his hammer hard enough to create a portal, but the impact of the planet might be enough to create a small gateway if he strikes it at just the right moment. Monitor knows that his brother won't survive that, but Forger says that the heroes he's fought with lately have taught him there is no shortcut and no victory without sacrifice. He knows with his mother in charge and in power now, he won't be able to reform in the 6th dimension, so this is his permanent death, but he says it isn't a sad death. Kendra wants to help since they need the brothers three, but Forger tells her that they only need her, so she needs to get ready as the planet arrives. Forger grabs his hammer, counting down and slamming it into the planet, creating a bright white light. On Earth, the heroes fight Lex's army as Lex and Batman battle it out in their mech halls. The Hall of Justice begins to fail as Superman and the others inside begin to feel the Totality strengthening. Reconnecting together, Superman tells them to reach out as Miss Martian calls for Hawkgirl and Shane, telling them to find their way to them. The Hall of Doom begins bombing the battlefield as a light hits the Hall of Justice. Lex goes out to confront them, finding that his symbol of doom is gone and has been replaced with the symbol of justice as the force-powered Justice League come out to fight him. Justice League issue 37 was an utterly fantastic and action-packed penultimate issue in Scott Snyder's sprawling epic. I love seeing the two sides battle it out as the Hall of Justice fights the Hall of Doom quite literally as these two big mechs, which is just insane to think about. The battle gave me real Avengers Endgame vibes, seeing all the heroes battling with Lex's forces. The parts with Hawkgirl, however, were probably my favorite, and I thought it was great that we're coming back around to her being a pretty big integral part to this whole Totality thing, since there was a moment there where her story with her wings and being the Raptor was kind of disappearing and kind of just sort of sat on the back burner for a while. Forge's death was also really cool, and I loved this billion-year-old being was able to learn something from our heroes and sacrifice himself for them. I'm excited for the final issue in the Justice Doomwar and what Scott Snyder has in store for the send-off in issue 39. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10.